Hi everybody, I wanted to put up a video where I'm just face to face with you, just telling you about my own experience. Sorry, it's really sunny here today. Because I see that people are kind of suspicious about keto and they don't really understand what's going on. I'm not only on keto, I kind of mix it up a bit because I think it's good for the body to be stretched, but I basically overall you would call my diet keto because it's low carb mainly. Also, exercise is kind of optional in one way. I think you'll probably find that you'll end up going out more. I ended up going out walking early this morning because I didn't want to be near the cooking utensils because I didn't want to eat all the stuff. So you will have those moments where you kind of want to go back to that sugar hit, that sugar rush in your blood, which is something that the human body is designed to want. We want to, if we see sugar, we want to eat it. It's nature, it's survival instinct, and it's right. But the problem is we have sugar all the time now. We have white flour, we have white carbs. It's not just ultra refined carbs. Like recently I know 3 young people who have been diagnosed with cancer, and they all have they're very healthy. They never eaten fast food restaurants. I mean, I go to McDonald's probably once a month, maybe once every couple of months with the kids. But they all have cancer and they eat the same thing all the time. They never do crazy stuff like me. And I think that's bad for the body. So they would have porridge for breakfast. They go running, they go walking. 2 go running, 1 goes walking. But they're all very healthy. They get outdoors. They don't allow their kids to have any McDonald's. They're very kind of rigid. The porridge in the morning, a scone for their tea break, or a slice of brown bread or a piece of fruit and yogurt. They're a wrap for breakfast or for lunch with some salad in it and maybe some chicken. And then in the evening, another meal, probably with chicken. I would say they should have more red meat, but anyway, probably with chicken, low fat, everything, either with rice, potatoes, or pasta. I mean, I did not eat rice, pasta, potatoes, and I would ban potatoes and porridge entirely out of your diet, except once a month, because it spikes your insulin. So this is now 4 times. So you have the porridge for breakfast, then you've got the scone. It might be small, it might be low fat. Then you've got, at lunchtime, you've got the wrap. So your insulin is spiking all the time. So now we have 4 times. So it's likely you're going to have a snack before in the evening. So what's the snack going to be? Probably some carby thing. Probably not like a bowl of nuts, which probably would be better if you're going to look after your body. So this is the problem. The problem is the chronic use of these things. It's not that you will have them now and again. I mean, I have kind of banned porridge in this house, but only for breakfast. So if you want it in the evening, I find now they're not eating it in the evening. But if you want it in the evening when you've already had your eggs for breakfast, and there's a lot of worry about eggs, but they've done a study in China with a lot of people, and they up to 36 eggs a day on this study, and everyone was fine. External cholesterol does not increase your internal cholesterol. Cholesterol is made by the body, and it is used for hormones, actually, to regulate your hormones, cholesterol, and to carry them around. It's so important. I recently got a blood test. Here we go. And I have another video on it. And the blood test is perfect. I am perfect. And that's after 6 months of my own keto. And that was with 3 months of an absolute break at Christmas, potatoes, chocolate, alcohol, turkey for Christmas dinner, blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't really watching, but you tend kind of to not go right back to where you were. And it's very hard to get back to being insulin resistant. So the thing is that I was insulin resistant before I started. So I started on the 8th of May, 2023. I was definitely very insulin resistant. I was also overweight, and I went on a strict ketogenic diet with intermittent fasting. It is critical you do intermittent fasting. Fasting has got a bad rap in the last few days. There's a big Maria study that has come out. That's a load of crap. I'm just having my coffee with double cream. So double cream does not spike your insulin. I used to drink coffee with and in fact, in the early keto days, I drank coffee with milk. But I started drinking it with heavy cream. Now, too much cream and you'd feel like gagging after a while. But I don't drink, I don't go excessively. And sometimes I drink it black if I'm doing a fast. I drink black. I just can't get to like black coffee. But anyway, this is my coffee with heavy cream, which is called double cream here in Ireland. So anyway, back to the story. So people have said that fasting is bad for you, your coronary. Excuse me, hello. Carbs, white carbs, sugar. In fact, white flour is worse than sugar, table sugar, on the glycemic index for spiking your blood sugar. It's not that you eat those things. I mean, when my kids have their birthday parties, of course we have a cake. Of course we have a cake, and we enjoy the cake. And of course, my daughter's confirmation is coming up. Of course, we're going to go out for a meal, and I'll eat whatever the hell I want. Last 2 weekends ago, it was my anniversary, and I ate whatever the hell I want, and I had dessert, and they brought chocolates to the table, which in another lifetime, and they said happy anniversary because it was the hotel where we had gotten married in Clonakilty, and I ate them. Even in another lifetime, I would have been thinking, oh no, I won't eat those now. But I ate them because I was having whatever I want. But the thing is, it's the chronic use of these carbohydrates. It's the chronic, I mean, I would love to go and tell those people who now are being diagnosed with cancer and are dealing with chemotherapy and operations and whatever. I would love to tell them to give up porridge, give up your white carbs, give up your wraps for the short term, for 3 months. Just give yourself 3 months. I can now eat carbs and all of that stuff now and again. And I could have it even for a whole week. In fact, at Christmas, I'd say I probably was, 3 months. But the thing is, you need to stop being so regular. I think the reason that, I mean, I wasn't into keto before, but over the years, I've done different diets. I've kind of, when I was in college, I was starving myself for a period of time, which is what a lot of college students do, because there's a good looking guy in the class or whatever. And, you do these things. And these people that I know, they never did those things. They always kept this very level, low fat, high carbohydrate, high grains. I have nothing against grains. I absolutely love brown bread. I make the most amazing brown bread, but I do not make it unless it's Christmas or something, because I will eat the whole lot of it with a pound of butter, no problem. Butter is so good for you. Some people don't like butter. I use coconut oil to fry my food. My favorite food is broccoli. I have another video on that. Broccoli, red onion, herbs and spices, 4 eggs just dropped in the pan, and a load of cheese on top, and put it under the grill. And that is my favorite metabolic food, and so good for your intestines, so good. So I have also tried carnivore, which is only meat and eggs and butter, and I don't find it suits me as well. I'm not as happy on it. So I do keto, which has got a lot more veggies in it, and carnivore is also a little bit more expensive because we're not used to using the old-fashioned cuts of meat now, which are cheap, and then they take hours to cook and whatever. So I found it kind of expensive. But I did find that the men in the house, it definitely suited them, or the boys, it suited them to a T. And I would say that I hope they try carnivore at some point, a bit more long term. But it didn't suit me as well. I think I kind of miss the vegetables anyway. But I eat a lot of eggs and bacon and beef, and that's it really. And I limit my vegetables. I do not eat fruit. We only have fruit about once a month because it has too much fructose. And I think that's the mistake that a lot of people I see doing keto and carnivore make, is they have too many berries and fruit in the weight loss phase. If you're doing weight loss, you can't eat those things. Fructose is in fruit. I'm not saying don't eat fruit. Fruit is really good for you. But if you're in weight loss, fructose is very high on the glycemic index, and I would not be eating that stuff. Now, later on, I'm more in maintenance now. Well, at the moment, I'm trying to lose a couple of pounds to get into a very fecking small dress I have for a wedding. But apart from that, when I'm on maintenance, I don't worry about those things too much, but I do limit the fruit. Because what happens when you have a bowl of fruit? You just guzzle the whole lot. Well, I do anyway. So I limit that. And I think people are crazy to eat fruit every day. I think you're crazy to have porridge every day. Forget about these overnight oats. They're completely bad for you. They will spike your insulin. Yeah, you'll feel great. Of course, you'll feel great. You'll be like, oh my God, I feel it's like injecting yourself with something. But it's not good for you. It's not good for your metabolic health. Your metabolic health depends on you keeping your blood sugar levels stable as possible over a reasonable period of time, and to avoid insulin resistance, which is the cornerstone of all metabolic and chronic illness. That's non-infectious illness. Some things like autoimmune disease, Crohn's disease, colitis, dementia, Alzheimer's, cancer. So, and there's other ones as well. So I'm in prevention. I don't want to have a shitty life. Since I went on the ketogenic diet, or my own version, the Cates Keto version, I have no pains and aches, no fatigue, no anxiety, no ill health whatsoever. I feel amazing all the time. Someone at the gate. I feel amazing all the time. I feel really good. I feel happy, healthy. I have, my blood test, sorry, getting back to what I came on here for, my blood test. Sorry, my husband kind of signed it upside down. He was testing a new biro because he used my excellent blood test. My bloods are incredible. Every part of my body is working amazingly well. My liver function, my kidney function, my thyroid function, absolutely everything. I'm perfect. All my hormones, all my girly hormones, everything is absolutely A1. And my total cholesterol came up as being too high. However, that is not the correct, that came out in the 70s, that test. And the doctors are foolishly continuing. But I follow a guy called Dr. Robert Lustig. He wrote a book called Metabolical. Very, very good book. He's an incredible doctor. He is an endocrinologist, a medical doctor. He's now also a professor. And he said the most important, not just him, but anybody with any brain, any functional health doctor will tell you that it's the triglyceride to HDL ratio is the most important one. And my triglyceride to HDL ratio is 0, you can see it on the bottom there, I hope, 0.423423 to infinity, and it should be under 1.5. So mine is perfect. That is actually a higher predictor of cardiovascular health than the total cholesterol. The total cholesterol uses a calculated LDL. 80% of LDL is metabolically neutral. The other 20%, it depends on the size of the particle. Now, you can get particle size testing in Ireland. You can get it widespreadly now in America. You can get it in England and across Western countries. Obviously, people are interested in it if it's available, but it costs money and it is not available on the medical, any kind of medical thing. It's about 300 euros, which I think would be well worth. I can't believe that people are happy dropping dead of heart attacks or even, having a worry about it, and they're not going off and getting these tests that are available, that are out there, that we can say, yeah, let's do that. I mean, that's one of the tests I'd like to get done, even though I assume my LDL is actually large particle, which is the one you want. The small, dense particle is the one you don't want. I assume mine is large particle because my triglyceride to HDL ratio is so excellent. And there's another one called the glucose index, and that's also good, but the triglyceride to HDL ratio is the best one. And of course, people can waffle on that this is pseudoscience. This is proven. This guy is a medical doctor, and all the other guys that work in that field, Dr. Thomas Seyfried, Dr. Eric Berg, Dr. Jason Fung, Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Eric Westman, and there's a psychiatrist who's working out of Harvard. If you look at Metabolic Mind on YouTube, oh my God, if you suffer from depression or any kind of psychiatric illness, go and watch those videos at Metabolic Mind on YouTube. You will be blown away. And even the psychiatrist who couldn't find, there's a psychiatrist in Harvard who's leading the way in this, I cannot remember her name, but she could not find the answers to people's mental health issues, and eventually started saying, looking at diet and following YouTube videos and buying books. and has discovered miraculous results. I would say that, people are going to be cynical. Like when I heard about keto, I was like, oh, that can't work. Where are my carbs? But honestly, it is a game changer. And you will feel, I don't know if you follow Stranger Things, but I've watched this amazing show, Stranger Things. You will feel like there was an upside down. You get the reference if you know Stranger Things. There's another world in Stranger Things called the upside down. You will think that there's a whole load of clever people living in the upside down who never told you that there was this amazing health stuff available, and that you were fooled into not having this information. You were told to the food pyramid, eat a lot of carbs. I know so many skinny people, including people that I am related to, who got terrible strokes, terrible heart attacks, terrible almost heart attacks, terrible operations from these things, that were skinny, but they had high carb diets, porridge for breakfast. These people didn't drink. They didn't drink. High carb breakfast, high carb snack, cup of tea with a slice of bread. Get rid of it. High carb lunch. Okay, you're putting a bit of meat in the sandwich. Who gives a crap? You're still having the bread. You can have a burger. I mean, if I'm going to have a treat, I go out and have a Big Mac, or I have a McMuffin sandwich and a coffee. Fantastic. A latte with all the milk and lactose I want. But the thing is, don't get caught. Try and keep your blood sugar levels stable. And those days, I mean, we went to a chipper in Bandon on the way home from a funeral not so long ago. And we went to a chipper on the way home, and we could all feel the sugar spike and the subsequent insulin spike. And we were like heroin addicts in the back of the car. But it was well worth it. The chips are so good in that. I can't remember the name of it, but it's on the main street in Bandon, County Cork. The chips are incredible and the food is incredible. And the thing is, enjoy those moments. I mean, people get caught up. Oh, you're on keto, you could never do anything else. Forget that shit. You can do exactly what you want, but the thing is, clean out at the moment I'm cleaning out my arteries. I'm on a 5-day water fast. Well, I'm sneaking in a bit of coffee and cream, but I double checked on my keto sticks. Look at my short. I double checked on my keto sticks that this is not spiking my insulin or breaking ketosis. So I'm having a sneaky one of those if I'm struggling, because I mean, sometimes I have to cook for the kids and stuff. Sometimes I'm fucking starving. So anyway, and it's hard to keep going. So I say, right, okay, let's listen to my body here, and I'll have a coffee with heavy cream, and that'll do. And I could pretend it's water. So anyway, but it doesn't seem to kick me out of ketosis, which is the most important thing. Whether or not it kicks me out of autophagy, at the moment I should be in autophagy. That's where you're basically your country clean. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but they're the cleaning crowd who take your bins. Country clean. Autophagy is where the bin guys come and they sweep out your arteries, sweep out your dead cells, and get rid of all the shit so that you can rejuvenate and regenerate. And it's such a great feeling. And my mental clarity during fasting is great. But of course, if I'm in the kitchen and I see some food, of course I'm fucking starving, looking at it going, but you just this is what I do. I do some stuff like this. And you can't be too hard on yourself. People are going around going, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to be so strict. Forget that rubbish. We live in the real world. I don't even want my children to have not gone to McDonald's and other, dodgy places, Supermax or whatever, because we have to live in the real world. We're preparing them for the real world. I have to live in the real world. I'm not going to say no every time someone says, let's go for a coffee and a bun. No, I'm going to go. Or my little one, she sometimes wants to go to the coffee shop and get a cupcake. And she asks me, do I want to try her cupcake? Of course I'm going to say yes. That's not real. Unless I'm fasting, I won't go to the, But like most of the time, that's what I do. It's so important to take care of yourself. But my thing is prevention. Prevention. Why do we accept being ill? Why do we want this in our lives? And also, I feel amazing. I feel like I never have any pains, I never have any aches, I never have any this, that, and the other thing. I just feel so great. And I think that other people should feel great too, but we should want to feel great. So I'm going to let you go now. I think I've rambled on a lot there, and I hope you have a great day. And you should look into these things for your own body. It's actually quite hard. We all want to take a tablet. I don't. I want to be happy and healthy for as long as possible so that I can do whatever I want to do myself, so that I'm not going around going, so many people, I got my hip done, I got my knee done, I got this. I have no aches and pains, no creakiness. I take cod liver. I do take some supplements that have a short on that as well. So have a look. Okay, love you loads. Bye.